The fastest punch in the animal kingdom doesn't come from a fist. It comes from a limb that accelerates at 10,000 times the force of gravity, reaching speeds of 50 miles per hour from a dead stop. This appendage, called a dactyl club, moves so quickly that it literally boils the water in front of it. This isn't boiling from heat. It's a phenomenon called supercavitation. The water pressure drops so low that bubbles of vapor form instantaneously. But the real weapon isn't the club itself. It's what happens after the club has already hit its target. Those cavitation bubbles, created by the initial strike, immediately collapse. This collapse is incredibly violent, focusing energy into a tiny point. For a brief moment, the water inside that collapsing bubble can reach temperatures hotter than the surface of the sun. A flash of light is emitted, a process known as sonoluminescence. So every punch from this shrimp creates a tiny, momentary star. This secondary impact from the bubble collapse releases a powerful shock wave, hitting the target a second time. Often, this second hit is what actually breaks a snail's shell. How is this speed possible? It isn't just muscle power. A muscle contracting on its own could never generate this much acceleration. Instead, the mantis shrimp uses a latch mechanism. Think of it like a crossbow. The shrimp slowly contracts a large muscle, storing enormous elastic energy in a saddle-shaped structure in its arm. A tiny latch holds all of this power in check. When it releases the latch, all that stored energy is freed in an instant, creating an explosive, spring-loaded strike. It's a biological system for storing and releasing energy. This creates a new problem. How do you build a hammer that can survive hitting things with the force of a rifle bullet thousands of times without shattering? The surface of the dactyl club is made of a dense crystal material similar to our own bones, but its internal structure is what's truly remarkable. It's a naturally occurring composite material arranged in what's called a Bouligam structure. Imagine layers of fibrous material, where each layer is rotated slightly from the one below it. This helical or spiral arrangement is key to its incredible resilience. This structure doesn't just make the club strong, it makes it damage tolerant. When a crack forms, this spiraling architecture prevents it from spreading. Instead of shooting straight through the material, a crack is forced to twist and turn, following the path of the layers. This process dissipates a massive amount of energy, slowing the crack down and often stopping it completely. It's a system designed not to prevent failure, but to manage it. It ensures that any damage is localized, allowing the club to be used again and again. The shrimp's extremism isn't limited to its punch. Look at its eyes. They are arguably the most complex visual systems on Earth. While you have 3 types of color-receptive cone cells, red, green, and blue, the mantis shrimp has between 12 and 16. But it's not just about seeing more colors. They can also see polarized light, including a rare form called circular polarization. This is like having built-in polarized sunglasses, allowing them to see invisible patterns and communicate in a secret visual language that predators and prey cannot intercept. Processing information from 12 color channels simultaneously would require immense brain power. A human brain would be overwhelmed. The mantis shrimp solves this by not really trying. Instead of a brain that combines all the channels to create a rich, detailed color image like ours does, their system processes information differently. Much of the initial processing happens directly in the eye itself before the signal even reaches the brain. It seems they scan objects and recognize colors one channel at a time, like a simple scanner, rather than painting a full picture. It's a completely alien approach to vision, prioritizing speed and recognition over detailed reconstruction. These incredible biological solutions are not just curiosities, they are blueprints. Engineers are now developing new forms of body armor and aerospace components that mimic the Dactyl Club's Booligan structure. The goal is to create materials that are not just strong, but can withstand repeated impacts without catastrophic failure. Meanwhile, the shrimp's unique visual system is inspiring a new generation of cameras. By sensing polarized light in the same way, these devices can detect cancer cells long before human eyes can, as cancerous tissue reflects polarized light differently than healthy tissue. Nature, it turns out, has already solved some of our most complex engineering problems. Monotony has grown fast. Nearly 2,700 people have watched in the last few weeks, yet less than 0.03% are subscribed. It would mean a lot if you joined by hitting subscribe. And again, thanks for watching.